Yeah, people who are enraged all the time, just angry all the time. Like you, it's funny because if you like looking at things from a higher perspective, you know it's something deeper, you know. But if you're just low, you know, I don't want to say it like that, but like on a lower level, I guess, of like, you know, a little further away from your higher self, it's just like they cause so many imbalances, man. And then the people who like to cry whoa, I'm like, are you serious? You can't do that. You lit the flame. You can't light the flame and then go, why is the house on fire? You lit the house on fire. You did by your one action that snowballed into something else. That's why it's so important to take a second, man. If you got anger issues, take a second. It's okay. You need to do that, because I promise you, you're not going to be thinking clearly at all. And I'm telling you, that's the time that people make the worst mistakes. Things that literally change their life. You know, somebody stepped on your shoe and now you in prison for 25 to life because you killed that man for stepping on your shoes and you felt disrespected. That's crazy. That is insane. That is crazy. I don't, what did you expect to happen, you know? It's really unfortunate, but I don't know, man. It's sad, and it makes me sad because I remember feeling that type of rage, you know? And I never acted on my rage physically towards, like, outwardly to anybody. But it was to myself a lot of the time, you know? And, you know, I said things that were very harsh in nature. Very harsh in nature when I really didn't have to, but I only was speaking out of hurt, you know? But the thing is, you can't take those words back. You cannot. Sometimes just take a second. Just take a second and breathe, because you can't come back, man. Once it's out there in the open, once it's said, or once it's done, I'm telling you, just like cheating. You cheat, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that if you're a cheater, I don't even like the phrase anymore, if you're a cheater, you're just a cheater for life. Because I do think that there is such a thing as making mistakes, you know? There is such a thing as making mistakes and not thinking clearly in the moment and acting irrationally, right? There is that exists because we're human beings and we do that. Human beings mistake all the time. We mistake all the time. It's okay. It's a part of the journey. But if you've cheated on somebody, please understand that they will always have that in the back of their mind, even though y'all trying to work it out, whether you working it out for the kids or yourselves. That will be there, and it's going to take a long time for them to even trust you again, you know, in that way. But it's just like, you know, cheating is a selfish act, because if you really want something, just tell that person, like, listen, this is what I want. Communication is key too. Ooh, I'm rolling today. Communication is very, very, very important in an intimate relationship like that, you know? It is. You need to tell that person what you want. Tell them what you want. Because guess what? If they can't provide it for you, somebody else can. 333, as I said that. I don't think I'm even going to edit this video just to keep it everything 100. A stack. It's on my mind today. I'm talking today, but communication is key in relationships. You have to let your person know what you want and what you fear and your desires and your dreams, you know. It's important. It's important because you guys are going to share a life together, and how in the world, nobody wants to be with someone that they don't even like or know. How can you be with someone that you don't know? And, you know, love all of them when you don't know all of them. You know, and then now we're going into 9 times out of 10 they don't know themselves. You know, I mean, it's a forever journey. It's not like it happens, you know. There are some people, they know from childhood, like, I'm going to be a scientist, and they really become a scientist. But it's very rare, those people. So for everyone else, the other mere mortals, is more so like venturing out into the world, finding what you want, running into people, learning about people, learning people's antics, you know, and then learning discernment as well. That is very important, you know, because that's going to save you a lot of heartache. But yeah, man, Yeah, that was on my mind. I got a lot on my mind right now, honestly, too. And let me ask you guys something. You ever, because this is just, I can't let this go. What is your perception of bad luck? Like, have you ever known someone who got like seriously bad luck, or it seems like something bad is always happening to them? I've been boggling that around in my noodle. I'm gonna sit down. I've been standing up for a while. Oh, I'm waiting for my car to finish being worked on, get my oil changed. But I don't know. Sometimes when I see people going through things, like it's always something like an outwardly sourced type thing, right? Is happening to them. It just makes me wonder. I'm like, is it karma? Or is it that it's just a lesson for you, you know? Because good things can happen to bad people, bad things happen to good people, but bad things can happen to bad people too, and good things happen to good people. So it's not like nobody's safe, you know? So it's all around, you know? So I just wonder, like, is it just a lesson for you or what? Because I promise you, it's a weird, I don't know, it's a weird feeling to be around. It's a weird energy is what I mean, to be around, because it's just like seeing somebody continuously go through something back to back to back to back to back. It's like never ending for you, you know? I mean, and I get it, it's definitely a part of your journey, but I just wonder the cause, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm need to mind my own business, but it's not really just about the person that I'm talking about, but it's more so the situation. It's just that the situation was just so all over the place. It was just so chaotic, and like it was chaotic. It was It was just so chaotic and just so bad. So anyways, I don't know. I was just thinking about that too. Because it was just interesting to me. And I don't know. I personally want to believe that the person that I'm discussing, I would like to really believe though that it's just a lesson, and you know, she's got like some personal things to learn, you know, about herself in order to like evolve. Like that's what I really feel. But you know, I mean, I don't know, you know, I'm not God, but I mean, we all are one, but you know what I mean. So I don't know, but yeah, that was interesting. I got a new dress, you guys. I got a new dress. I love this dress. I got it from Ross, actually. I've never even been to Ross, but I went to Ross with one of my friends, and she had to go dress shopping or whatever. So we were in the dress area, and I was like as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. I gotta get this. I was like, let me see the price tag. The price was right. Okay. So I got my little dress or whatever, and I got my little sun and my moon earrings or whatever. But yeah, I love this dress. I love it. I said that I really want to get some more, actually, which I'm sure I will. They're gonna be flowy like this. I love this dress. I really do. It's so funny because when I was a child, I did not like dresses. I did not. Let me tell you something about me. As a child, I was very much tomboyish, because I would say tomgirlish, but not even. Very tomboyish. And, you know, I was. I was very tomboyish. And so whenever I had to like go to church or anything like that, I could not stand being put in a dress, you know? And I was just like, I don't want to wear that. Like, can I please wear my jeans and sneakers? And they're like, no. And I'm like, why? Like, why would you do this to me? Like, please. But it's funny because once I got older, it wasn't that I didn't like dresses. I realized that I just didn't like trying to conform to something that I didn't, but that everybody else was doing. Like, we didn't, like, when did God ever say, and make sure you wear a dress? Like, I don't think he said that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I gotta go. Yes, my darlings, I've gotten my call back now, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do what I need to do, which is, I now need to go and clean up my car because it's been, it's a mess. It's a mess in here. So that's what we're gonna go do next. But anyways, yeah, like I was saying, darn, I should have gone up the other way. Like I was saying, yeah, it's an odd thing, but you know, I guess, I don't know, I guess I just never seen it up close. I never seen it so close. Hold on. I've never seen it so close to me. You know, and that's not to say that I haven't gone through my own karma, because I have, like, trust and believe you me, I have. I've gotten mine, but it's just, dang, it's so crazy to see so close. But anyways, so yeah, I've been having a lot of revelations lately, actually, and I'm so grateful for them, because a lot of times we don't know why a situation is happening the way that it's happening. And sometimes I find that in one particular case with this one particular person, I tend to go round and round and it's my own fault, because I just I don't know, I just love hard, I think, and so sometimes I can, like, make it more than what it is, or start to act in a way that's not, you know, like maybe it's a little too much love, you know, maybe a little obsessive is the word that I'm talking about. Yeah, it is. I just didn't want to say it because I don't, sometimes it's not always easy to admit the truth to yourself, but I'm one of those people that I like to, so I'm just going to accept it right now that yes, that is what I meant. And a little obsessive. Look at y'all so far down there. I wish I could pull you up more. But anyways, so I was finding myself getting into that same little mindset that I used to get into, where it's becoming like obsessive thoughts. And it's just like, the thing is like the more you hold on tightly to something and like really suffocate it, the more that it goes away from you. So you have to let go of control, etc., etc. But I was in that and recently, and so I just got out of it, and I just had a revelation of like what it was all about, you know. And sometimes certain emotions that I feel towards certain people, like people from my past, like those feelings are just so grand, you know, because I really know these people, so like my heart is really there for them. But sometimes I know that I can smother I can smother like a mother, literally. Rank that. I can smother like a mother. That is so funny, because a mother sometimes does smother. And I know, and I often feel like if I had children, that my children would be like, Mom, please stop. Please. Like, you're doing too much. I just want to go check the mailbox. And I'm like, make sure you put on your vest. People out here shooting people, son. You don't know? Like, I feel like I would very much be that type of mom. I mean, I wouldn't want to be, because at some point, like, I know they would begin to like resent that. And it's like, man, you gotta stop. So, you know, I would learn in my own way. But I'm telling you, I know I would be overprotective over my babies, because I'm overprotective of my dogs. I'm overprotective of my friends, of the people that I love the most, because I love everyone. But the people that I love the most, no. I become a mama bear, and people have told me that. I know it to be true. I can't help it. It's an instinct. And I did have a friend of mine tell me that probably one of the reasons why she feels that I feel that I need to be very protective of people is because growing up as a child, I was very unprotected in a lot of ways. makes sense. And she's such a smart lady. But yeah, makes sense to me. And so, yeah, I can get like that. And so with that comes the fact that I just really, really love who I love. Like I love hard as heck. I love so hard. And that's the thing about me, is that's why when people disappoint me, like, I gotta go. You know, not like the first time, the second. In fact, I give people chances that they don't even deserve. I give people 1,000,001 chances. I actually do. And these same people are not even in my life right now today, because they can't be. They're not allowed in my energy field. They are blocked. They are blocked physically and spiritually and on Facebook. So they cannot get to me. But the people that I love, oh yeah, no, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. I don't have. So yeah, I love like that. You know, I smother like a mother, and sometimes it makes me my little brain get a little woohoo. Hey. I gotta talk to myself out loud. Hey, come back, come back. Wait, let's talk about this. Come sit on my knee real quick. Let's have a conversation, because we got to talk about this. And I realized in those obsessive thoughts, I realized that it was making me so unhappy. And I felt so almost depressed. Like, it almost felt that way. Like, I was very sad and I was crying. I was listening to all this music, all these like lovey-dovey songs, you know, but like had like real deep meanings to them. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get out of this. What am I doing? What am I doing? So it's funny, because it really takes acknowledgement, because once you know, that really is half the battle, because the other part of the battle is like what you're going to do with the information. So once I realized that that's what was happening, I was like, oh, I got to get out of this. Nope. I was like, we can't do this, because I had been lingering for a few days, and that was a few days too long for moi. So I was like, I got to get out of this situation. I don't like this feeling. It's you know. And so I did, and it was fine, and I'm fine now. Thank you. I'm fine now. But I will say, after the journey, I kind of realized that I didn't really sit with my feelings. And I didn't really respect them enough to just let them marinate, because they were there for a reason. But it was making me feel erratic in my mind, and I was like, I can't do it. I don't really want to feel this, you know. And it's not that me and this person have like bad blood or something. Actually, we have great blood. Our blood match, I think. But it was just that those particular feelings, I didn't want to have those feelings. So because I started to feel a little abandoned, and it was a trigger, basically, because I hadn't heard from this person in a while, you know. And but it's like, realistically, people have lives. And that's the thing for me, like, I have to understand that, because I don't clock in and clock out no more. So people are doing things, and they have responsibilities, you know. And it's not that I call people all the time and all that, but, you know, I reach out, you know. So I was feeling a little abandoned, and I was like, that's not good. So I didn't like that I was feeling that way. So I tried to like really rush it out of me, because I was like, I thought this was something that I healed. But one thing I realized, that I heard and learned about as well, is that sometimes feelings just come up. You know, they're not really meant to really startle you. You know, if anything, maybe it's just making an appearance to remind you that you're human as well. And sometimes you think about things, and sometimes your emotions respond, and sometimes, you know. So I had 2 revelations in this week. Those were my 2 revelations. Those were the two things that I was like, wow, that's crazy. So yeah, that's what I was just going through. But I'm on the other side of it now, and now I can go back to appreciating what I had already for what it actually is. Because see, that's living in the present. when you accept everything as they are and everything is cool and kosher, you going with the flow, etc., like that's what it's all about. That's what being present means. That present don't just mean like, okay, stand outside and yeah, no, and I was in the present with those feelings for a little bit, but it was so much resistance against it. It was. And when it comes up again, if it ever comes up again, I'll approach it differently. Because at that point I will have learned. That is so funny. I've been seeing a lot of synchronicities lately, but I'm not going to talk about that one. But I've been seeing a lot of synchronicities lately, and it's just really been filling me with joy, because it just really makes me feel very, first of all, loved by spirit, but also it makes me feel like I'm just on the right path, man. And I can honestly say there's not a better feeling than feeling like you're on the right path. I mean, we all slip up, we all make mistakes, but the thing about us, we are our own worst critics. That is a true statement. And the thing is, we do better than what we give ourselves credit for. We really do. We do. We're too hard on ourselves as a people. I really believe that. And I don't mean a people like a black people. I mean, oh my God, sir. I almost got hit by an 18-wheeler. What are you doing? Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Get out of here. No, let me go. Let me go. Let me go. I want you to do what you do, sir, but let me go. Oh, that's what you was looking at? Okay. But you need to watch before you... I'm not saying that, I understand that truck drivers have very limited, vision, but you gotta try, my boy. Try, my boy. But anyways, dang, I forgot what I was saying, you guys. Shucks. What the heck was I saying? I don't know. I might have to cut the video and go back to it. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I was talking about being hard on ourselves. We are as a people hard on ourselves, I mean, I think it's a natural thing. Sometimes for most people, I would say most people, I wouldn't even say everyone. Some people, they just got that, they cool like that. But yeah, so we have to work on it, and we have to find our true selves and what makes us happy, and what are our triggers, and why is that a trigger, and oh yeah, it's a trigger because of this, and it's like, oh, okay, so the next time I see it, then okay, I love life. I love life, but the one thing I love about life is learning. I love learning about myself, but I also love learning about other people, and I'm a very much people watcher. I am. I always have been. I remember this one time I was in middle school, and we were at, I don't even know if I want to share this story, but it's hilarious. Well, to me it is. But I was sitting, we were at lunch, and I was sitting nearer the door than not, the door, it's the entrance into the lunchroom. And across from me, tables over, because they were long tables, horizontal tables. So some rows ahead of me, there was this girl there, and I just thought she was interesting. Honestly, I just thought her look was interesting, her actual face, because I had never seen anybody who looked like her before, and it was just very interesting to me. So I was just like, wow, look at that, and I thought she was pretty, but I can't say that I had a crush on her necessarily, but it was just more so wow, she just looks so different from anybody that I've ever seen. And instead of me just going and being brave and telling her, I just used to stare at her, and I just used to be like, wow, at some point, oh my goodness, it's a lot going on the road today. anyway, I just thought she was interesting looking. So it just was very. One thing about me, y'all, can I say something? I am very protected. I've come into a lot of close calls on this highway, being on the road and traveling and stuff like that. I've come into some situations where I was almost hit multiple times, or something funky's going on, man. And it's just like, it's not always directed towards me, but it does come my way. But I promise you, it always bounces off. It never makes contact. And I have nobody to thank but God and my spirit guides and my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, because it's really been like that. It's not like little things like, oh, like, no. I was at a stop. Look at me deterring from what I was. That's okay. I guess I was done talking about that anyways. I was driving and I had to make a left, but it was like a 3-lane road. So 2 of the lanes turned left while 1 turned right. So I was in the middle lane to turn left. And so that means that there's a car to my left and we both have to turn at the same time, right? So the car, I'm not even looking, I wasn't looking straight ahead, but I was like kind of looking, I don't know, down, maybe a little down. So I saw the car next to me to my left begin to pull off, and I started pulling off because I saw him out of my peripheral. So I was like, oh, okay, really, I should have looked at the light, I guess. Well, I did look at the light too, but I was looking, I saw that he was moving, so I was like, okay, the light must be green. So when he started to go, he slammed on brakes immediately. And when he slammed on brakes, I slammed on brakes because I saw him slam on brakes, but he didn't slam on brakes like, oh, it's a red light. No, he slammed on brakes like something was happening. So where am I going? Oh, to the park. Wow. So he slammed on brakes, so I slammed on brakes. And do y'all know there was a person, the light was green at this point. There was a person that ran a red light. This person was going so fast. Do you hear me? That if that guy beside me had continued to go and I had gone with him, like, our cars would have tumbled, because he had to have been going at least 60 miles per hour. And this is on a regular street, you guys. This is not like the highway. We're on a regular street. That's also a message I want to put out to people, and I will. Stop. What are you rushing for? What is so damn important that you have to put your life and other lives at jeopardy? I really don't understand that. It really upsets me. It does, because how selfish are you? And most likely all you're doing is going to the fucking gas station. Like, okay, seriously? Are you serious right now? It's not that serious, man. And I'm going to show you guys. I'm sorry. I know my mood seemed like it switched up real quick. It's only because I'm very in tune with it. But also, I wanted to tell you guys that I actually write messages on my car, on my vehicle, because, you know, I like to encourage people. But, you know, it's not like I'm going to get out the car and have a conversation with people every single day about the things that, you know, the knowledge that I do have, you know, about evolving and things of that, and spirit and things of that nature. So, like, I write encouraging messages on my car because people need to see it. And you know what? I know they did. I already knew that they did, but I very much get confirmed almost on a daily basis when people honk. Some people flag me down. Some people flag me down. Oh, the fire station here. But some people flag me down and they're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying to park. I'm trying to park real fast. I'm gonna back it in. I'm gonna go back that thing in like that, right there, like that. And make no mistake, I am from South Carolina, but I don't talk like that. It's funny, when I was in Texas recently, man, they were countryer than us, and I was like, ooh, woo, that's country. Oh, shucks. I meant to go to the store. I gotta go to the store. And maybe they Maybe they'll be gone. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. But yeah, I have to run to the store real fast. But yeah, like people do stop me, and or if we're driving, like we're like at a red light or something, they'll give me like a thumbs up or like a and it makes me feel so good because people need to hear that everything is going to be okay, instead of following, like not following, but feeling like others feel, where they just feel trapped and undeserving and unloved and unworthy, because we all are all of those things. We are worthy, we are loved, we are special, like we are in our own way, like we really are unique, we are in our own skin, our own face, whatever, how you dress, like whatever you talk about, gosh, I'm sorry, I am passionate right now, but I feel that way because I think that for me, like for so long, I felt that the opposite, I felt like I was the weird one, and I was, in a sense, and I knew I was a little different from my peers, I knew I was a little different, as in like I didn't like the mainstream music that they listened to. Couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand the thing of like, man, I gotta get me 25 pairs of Jordans. Why? He's already rich. And I realized, it's not hey there. And I realized that it's not like the children bought their own clothes, but they asked for them and they received them. That was what you wanted to wear. Me, I was like Chuck Taylors. Where are my Chuck Taylors? I didn't even really start wearing skinny jeans until I got into like high school. But I mean, I very much didn't, I wouldn't say I dressed like my peers. Like I didn't talk like them. I didn't walk like them. I didn't make jokes like them. My jokes were either my jokes were dark humor, and I now realize probably because of all the stuff I was going through as a kid, but it was either dark humor or like, I don't know, just something that was weird that people would just be like, what? Like, okay, my first girlfriend told me this joke. There were 2 muffins in the oven. One muffin said, holy it's really hot in here. And the other muffin said, holy a talking muffin. Like, it's still funny. It's still funny. It's still funny to me. Like, those are like my little wacky little jokes, but a lot of dark humor, but it was like I wasn't like them, so I felt very out of the loop. Like I thought I didn't appreciate my weirdness at the time. I thought something was wrong with me. I did, and people made sure to continue to make me feel that way, like, and I think some of it was projected. A lot of it could have been my own, inner thoughts of my own self, but I definitely did have bullies. I didn't make that up. So, and then it's crazy because it be your own people a lot of the times, and they always like to be like, I'm playing, and it's like, no, you're not. You meant what you just said. You really told me that I'm, X, Y, and Z, like whatever it was that they would have said. So, yeah, I give words of encouragement because I wish I would have had that. Like I wish, I'm not saying that I never did. I probably did from like my aunts and things like that. But that's like a few people out of the millions of people you run into every day who are saying horrible things about you or trying to make you feel tiny and small and make you try to feel like insignificant, like try to make you feel like you don't matter, like your thoughts don't matter, like your dreams don't matter. And yes, they fucking do. We get so stuck in the rat race that you forget you got happy. You're supposed to be happy too. Like nobody said life was supposed to be like just, man, just working just all the time. That's the devil's work. That's the devil's work. I promise you. Work until you feel like, you know what I mean? Because you're just working to pay the bills. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's why people who homestead and stuff like that, there's a peace in that. You're working, but guess what? You're getting the reward for your own work. Did you hear that? Did you hear what I just said? You're getting your reward for your own work that you have put in. When you work at a job that's telling you to work 10 and 12 hours and motherfucker, you better work this overtime, you little hoe, or you're gonna get fired, or I'm gonna write you up because you don't want to work. You don't want to work for 14 days in a row. Come on, man. Come on. That's not life. And I get it. Very systematic. I know what it is, and I know what it is, and I know what it is. I get it. But it's like at some point you got to be brave enough to understand that you are worthy enough to do the things that you want to do in this life. Yeah, sure, you can retire, and that's great and all. And you know what? At the same time, I will say this. Maybe there's people out there that really just love to work. And I'm sure they do. That's fine. But if you're one of those people, ain't nothing wrong with that, by the way. Because I do know a person personally. He just really loves working. He's a Capricorn. So it makes sense. But if you're a person that is like feeling stuck and trapped, that's different. That's different. You're not meant to be doing that. That's what that means. Right then, if you're working at a job and as soon as you just, everything is building up and you just like, man, I can't stand management. I can't stand how they're doing this and how they're operating this way, da 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 da. And it gets to a point where you're like, dude, you start calling out, you showing up late, you talking smack to your other coworkers, talking about how much you hate being there. It's a vicious cycle. But you've got to be the one to end that cycle. Don't wait on it to end you. Why would you do that? You got to end it. You want to go? Go. Have a plan, but go. What you think I did? Made a plan and then I left. And I realized, like, listen, please understand. I understand that it's easier said than done because you do have to think, and it depends on your life as it is now. Like, if you have children and things of that nature, pets, whatever. So make no mistake, I'm not just saying, just leave your job. It's like, no. Let's be smart now. Let's use as Nene says, let's use our brains. So let's use our brains, but have the vision. And if you have the vision, do it. Like, do it. Do that. Do that thing. Do it. Do it. Do it. You won't regret it because it's going to change your life. It's going to change your freaking life. I'm trying to get y'all steady. It's still not steady. I don't know if it's even that steady still. But change your life. You change your life. You do. You make the decision. God going to back you up, but you definitely have to move. You got to step. You going to stand still and say, I want to move, and you just standing still. That don't make no sense. And on top of that, you are going to have to take risk in your life. You do. Just make sure that you think about things before you do things. That's all I say. That is all I say. Because I wouldn't even say plan your entire day to a T, because I don't. I might plan, like, the first half of my day may be planned, but the rest of the day, I'm like, man, let's see what happens. I don't know. I might go to a friend's house, Actually, I may go to my friend's house. I may, whatever. I may run into somebody that I really needed to talk to. Or who really needed to talk to me, or listen to me, or, it's amazing because I truly do love helping people. That is the reason that I live and breathe, honestly. I mean, it's also to love, be in love as well, but I know that love is coming, so I don't focus so hard on that part that I try to I have that little period I just told you about, but I don't obsess about it on a daily basis. I just know that wherever my partner is, they're healing just like I'm healing. That's all I know, because I'm pretty sure we mirror each other, so that's fine. So I'm not worried about that. It's just I want people to, I just want people to be okay. Yeah. I want people to be okay. I want people to just and know they're okay. Be confident that they're okay. Not stressed at all. Like, that's what I want. But everybody has their own personal individual journey, and I will continue to speak about some of the things that have happened with me, because I believe that I can help someone, just a little bit. That means something to me. It means something to me. It does. When people entrust me with the things that they say, that they share about their lives, that is so sacred to me. I could never, I just could never. I know too much. And I've been in such dark places that I just cannot allow the darkness to continue. That's what it is. Yo, let me tell you, I really be feeling like I'm on a mission, yo. And I know it's my mission. I know it is. But sometimes in my mind, I put it as like an action movie. I'm like, I gotta get out here. I gotta blast my light, And it's okay, the darkness sometimes, I mean, on a personal stance, just because it's good to know your light and your dark side. But you know what I mean when I'm saying darkness. I'm talking about people just doing very negative things. That's what I mean. And I just be like, every day I wake up, I'm just so motivated to do that. I have my down days where I have to work on myself. But any other day, if I see you, you finna get a compliment. If you need a hug, I got you, boo. I saw a guy earlier. He was in need. I helped him out a little bit. Like, I'm here for it. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's how I rock, like people don't really know, but I know. I know. I do know. And it just fills my heart because I know that's because it is my mission. I know that's why it fills my heart so much. So anyways, let me run into the store real quick. I gotta run to the gas station real quick. When I get out of here, I'm gonna come back. Okay, but we finna go to the park for a little bit. Then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and clean my car. But I do want to sit at the park for a little bit, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'll be right back. But I don't know. I pray for people a lot. I really do. It really, like, I don't know. It just means a lot to me. And I can't stand to see, especially masses of people in turmoil, like bombings and stuff like that, even as a masses. But even on an individual level, I still think about people in certain situations, and I'm like, I just pray that it gets better, man. Like, even people who don't like me or like mad at me, maybe at the time or whatever, I just be like, I get it, just I hope whatever it is, it gets better. I really do. But, that's the only thing you can actually do on your part, and I think that it's important for people to realize that, because sometimes I think we take it personal sometimes. Sometimes you take it personal when someone steps away, but they may just be stepping away because, they need a moment, and sometimes we're like, well, dang, now that I can't tell you how many times I've heard that, you acting funny. I'm what now? I'm like, I'm over here healing. What are you doing? Are you looking in the mirror? Because I am. I get real defensive about that thing. Because first of all, how dare you tell me what I'm supposed to do with my life and my time? I mean, I'm not obligated to tell you anything. Now, I understand if you have a friendship, a very close ship with someone, you don't want to just disappear and make them feel like you're icing them out, But at the same time, I'm like, but that person is an adult and they can do whatever they want. And, I guess if you can't handle that, you can't handle that. But then, of course, on the other side, on the rebuttal part of that is also, well, you should probably let that person know before you do that so they can at least have the knowledge. So now I'm very much into that, where I let people know, like, if I'm about to dip out, I'm about to dip. And I'm just letting you know because I love you. And, I don't want you thinking something that it's not. So, like, I just talked to a friend today that I haven't talked to in several months. Like, the last time I spoke to her, I said, I need to go. And then it's freaking May. That was like in February, I think. So a few months ago. Not several, but a few months ago. I'm a stickler for that. I am. My ex used to be like, I don't understand why. What is the difference between a couple and a few? And I'm like, literally, a couple means 2, few means 3, several means more than 3. And she's just like, you're just crazy. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with you. So I used to be such a stickler for that, but now I just say whatever. I think I kind of was a little heavy on that, and I don't know why. Not, I don't know. Because I very much love English, though. Like, I mean, I love like spelling words, and I love knowing the definitions of words. I love playing Scrabble. Whoop whoop! If anybody plays Scrabble, I love Scrabble. That's my favorite. Literally, that is my favorite board game. Me and my mother used to play a lot, and of course, she always beat me. But you know, I think I beat her one time, and she cried about it. Like ooh, it's the ego for me. Nah, but that was a while. That was a long time ago. That's when I was a kid. But like, she actually was so upset about it that we didn't play for a long time after that. And I was like, dang, yo, look, why you can't let somebody else? Because she's really good at it. My mother is very smart. She's very intelligent with words and a lot of other things too. But mostly, yeah, we used to play Scrabble. But anyways. And I just think that it was just that, like, and I'm not even saying, the thing is like, my grammar is not even the best. I know it's not, because I've written things and let my friends read them, and they'd be like, yeah, okay, I did understand what you said, but I think you meant to say this. And I'm like, no. And of course, again, me being who I am as a Virgo, very much a harsh critic on myself, but like the harshest, like one of the harshest. And I'm like, oh, you really think that? Oh, thank you. I'm like, oh, you really think that? And then I get all sad and down, and I'm like, I knew I couldn't do it. That was the old me. That was the old Jessica. Jessica has since, listen, Jessica is fine now in that department. So, yeah, it just was really, but okay, I got it back in again. Hi you guys. I'm back. I had a nice surprise. Actually, I got myself situated. But it's kind of loud out here, so I'm going to try to edit it out. But they're doing like construction behind the park, which don't even get me started. I was so sad when I came back because this is a park that I frequented. So when I lived here, so to come back and see all these trees cut down was very hard for me. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't easy, but I mean, I've come to terms with it now. It's crazy when you leave a place and come back and things are so different. Like, just the things around, like, I never would have thought that those trees would have been gone. You just don't expect things sometimes, and that's the thing about life, isn't it? It's to just expect the unexpected. I am full of messages today. Woo! But yeah, expect the unexpected. And I did. Today, one of my favorite affirmations is to say, today something great will happen. Or to say something unexpected will happen. Because I think that, I like that. I like surprises. I guess, maybe it's a personal thing. But I love surprises. I love good surprises. And so today, while I was sitting at the park earlier, because it's been a little bit of time since the last time I talked to you fine folk, my friend that I used to work with at my old job, he was like, hey, he calls me Jessie Bear. He's the first person to ever call me Jessie Bear. And I love it. I think that it is such a cute nickname. Because otherwise, people just call me Jess. But he was like, where are you at? Because he knew I was here because I contacted him yesterday. And I told him I was in town and that I wanted to see him, So, I mean, I guess it kind of was inevitable. Nah, not really, because sometimes plans change, which is a point that I always make. That's why I just go with the flow. It's easier to just go with the flow. But anyways, he was like, oh yeah, you at the park? He's like, I'm about to pull up, because he had a baby. Oh my goodness, he had a little delicious little baby. She was so stinking cute, little chocolate drop. She was beautiful, and I was so happy for him. Like, even when he told me about it, I was so happy for him and his wife. And I was just like, gosh, it's happening for you, And the thing that is funny, when I talked to him about it, well, he showed up. That's what I was going to say. He showed up at the park and we talked. But when I said that to him, he was kind of like, He was like, yeah, it's because I let go, I had to actually let go, like let go of control of the situation, let go of everything, like, because at that point when I met him, he had just gotten out of a bad relationship. And it was really hard on him because he's definitely a lover type. Like he loves very hard. He's a Capricorn as well. Not the same Capricorn I was talking about earlier, but and so he was like, yeah, I just had to let go control of the situation. And I was like, I know. And it's so crazy how we try to resist so hard. We really do. It's just let it go. Let it go. Give it to the higher power, because I promise you, you need to. You don't need to carry all that stuff on you. Somebody good come along, you stinking up the possibility. There's a bee floating around me. I don't mind it, but I just be like, once they get close to my ear, it tickles is what happens. And I don't want them to tickle my ear and then I swat and then they think that I'm trying to be combative. But I don't mind. I always have bees around me. Like, whenever I go out with my friend, like, she kind of knows to expect it. But she freaks out every time. And I'm like, girl, you got to relax, girl. This is healing energy right here. What you doing? Stop pushing them away. Let them love on you. I'm very much into, like, nature. You probably can tell that by now, though, if you've seen any other videos. I am. We got a special bond. We got a special bond for sure. But, you look official. But anyway, so I'm just chilling here for now, but I'm about to get up and make some moves. I said I was going to clean my car. Well, I don't know so much anymore. I kind of want to just relax now. I got my oil change, you know what I'm saying? Listen, you got to balance. But I do need to clean my car, though. I'll get it cleaned. I will. But anyways, you guys, I think that is it for me today. Oh, I did want to show you guys my my car. All right, hold on, let me see. I guess I can't really back up anymore. Can I back up on here? Let me back up. Oh gosh, I don't want to fall. I ain't gonna fall. But this is what I have written. We survived every bad day. Keep going. I love it. I've had it for a while. And then on the sides, I have our angel numbers and you are loved. And I have you are loved written on both sides. So the other window as well. So yeah. That's what I do. That's what I do. I love it. I love it. Every time I see it, it makes me smile. Even though I'm the one who wrote it. Because I know it's going to help somebody. That's all I'm doing. People ask me, do I work? You know what? I do work. I do. But I work for the Lord. I do. And it's very, very rewarding. In the best of ways. The relationships that I have that have been created. Like the people that I've come across. Oh, these people are my kind of people. These people are my kind of people. Put out good, you get good. I promise you guys. That is one thing that I can say for sure. Put out good intentions. It will come back to you. You will meet people that will make you smile so hard and you don't even know why. You're like, who is this person? A complete stranger. Just totally lights up your life. That happened to me today. That's why I'm talking about it. It was beautiful. It was amazing. Expect the unexpected, you guys. That's all I can say. If you want to expect something, expect that, because you'll be surprised every time. You'll be surprised. Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you, and I don't mean bug him now, but ask and you shall receive. And then make the effort, because God don't help nobody who don't help themselves. You gotta help yourself too. But if he sees you trying, I promise you, boy, and remain humble when you get it though. But you will get it. You will get it if you deserve it and if you work hard to get it in the right ways, in the honest ways. Yep, that's the closing message. I love you guys. Make sure you hydrate and take care of yourselves. Pray. 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 And yeah, make sure you love on yourselves though. Okay? I love you guys so much. Take care.